Good afternoon, YouTube. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to do a fall greenhouse tour. So this is the Highland greenhouse. You guys have seen it a few times. I have been working hard in here all summer, making it, just basically making it. It's still very industrial looking. It's still very empty looking. And there's stuff everywhere, so you're just gonna have to excuse the mess, and we'll go through it together and see what's going on. Not just gonna be this is gonna be a carnivorous plant tour, but it's not just gonna be a Nepenthes tour. We'll look at some of the upgrades in the electronics and stuff like that I have been working on as well. So the back end of the greenhouse, it just looks very, very similar to the old greenhouse, because it is this portion is basically the old greenhouse. So back here we have lots of Nepenthes. Stuff is really starting to settle in. When I first set it up this spring was very bright, much brighter than I was used to, but yeah, it's after putting the shade cloth up, which it's still up, and usually it's never up at this time. It's up on half the greenhouse for the Nepenthes. Once it settled into a little bit less bright conditions, they started doing good. Macrophylla here is just popping out at me. It's looking awesome. This is a Raja Mira here. It's doing really well as well. Lots of trays of plants everywhere. Nepenthes down there. Some little King Sundews, Drosera Regia. A really big Miranda picture. An even bigger one over there. Don't know if I can get to that. And there we go, it's pretty big. A little tiny Burbidgei nestled down here. Sitting on that. I'm trying to do nothing hanging this time. I'm trying to keep my roof clear, just because I do have more space, so I don't need to clutter it. We have this little island in the middle of Nepenthes. This was like one of the very first shelves I ever set up, and it's been doing well. Vogelii is starting to look like it's getting some intermediate pictures to it. Looking nice. This guy here, that's a nice one. That is the Burbidgei Robcantlii. Little Jacquelinia here. Doing nicely. I haven't had time to come in and like trim dead leaves or anything like that. This is the Trusmoniensis. It's coming along nicely in here. Highland truncata. Lots and lots of Nepenthes. So these are all rows of Nepenthes down here. All kinds of cool stuff. Lowii is getting awesome looking. We got some little crusties under the lid. Pictures are starting to kind of go intermediate. This one just popped. Oh, there's a frog up there. Look at that. There's a frog in the Lowii. This one just popped. A little bit bigger, but not quite so curvy. Hamadas ended up here. Some got repotted, some didn't. They had huge vines when I moved. I don't know how these vines are going to do. I think they're slowly kind of dying back from the top, but there's some basil shoots coming out on the bottom on everything. So I'm not super worried, but Hamadas aren't doing too much right now. A few nice pictures on them. There's one in there facing the other direction. That's pretty nice. Right there, perfect example right here. I'm tapping it with the picture. There's a nice little new shoot coming out the bottom. Platychilla, Platykyla, and a little Jamban. Those ones have been around for a while. Robcantlii is tucked way back in here. Looking pretty good, getting pretty big. There's an Edwardsiana picture in there. It just started raining on us, so I don't know if you're going to hear the rain or not. It's been one of those weeks. Sun's supposed to come back next week, though. A very sticky and therefore got some black soot mold on Raja Vichii. Down here, some very old flavas that popped this summer. Again, they're starting to look their age a bit, but they came out looking nice. Colossies. And here is a Hamada Robcantlii that's kind of popping out at me. And so we got the sink going. I have no running water in here other than the hose itself. I'm still trying to figure out that. I have landscape fabric in here still. Ignore the garbage bags. This bench is still empty. Some perlite. My recycling bin. Mosses are underneath. They're getting nice and fluffy in here. Doing really well. Pretty soon that's going to just like grow over as one big mound of moss. This section here is for Pinguicula propagation. And I actually just put up these lights. I'm really happy with them. These are the Spider Farmer SF1000s. They're awesome lights. So they are going to be growing my pings. We can turn on the lights for a second here. I just started getting lights going in the greenhouse here. So there they are on. They look really nice. They have a nice dimmable feature, although I keep them on max because why would I not? Really brightens up the table. Some air plants down in the tray here. Xerographica is blooming, so that's kind of cool. This is my Bergmansia. I expected it to do more in here. It didn't do anything really. And this area is pretty vacant. I just got this spare heater set up in here for if the power goes out or anything like that. So it's not going to go there, obviously. If the power goes out, it would come out into the middle here. This is, for now, my sundew section. So there's some wide leaves. Lots of Capensis. Capensis, 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 Capensis. Capensis, Capensis, Capensis. And I recently just upgraded my Utricularia here, so they've all been repotted and at least doubled or tripled in pots. I kind of expanded them all, so 3 trays of that. Some King Sundews. This is my Monstera. It was outside all summer. It started looking kind of ratty. It didn't like the heat in the dry weather. This whole section, though, is basically empty still. This is the front of the greenhouse. That's south, and this would be west. So this is where it's like the most sun. There's no shade cloth up here at all. Although when we had some heat waves this summer, I actually put landscape fabric up here as like not shade cloth, but just like blackout, like 90%, to make some shade in here because it was so warm. With that being said, my Helium Forest took a real hit when I moved. It was so bright and so hot, and yeah, they kind of went backwards. Now that there's cool weather coming, they're starting to perk up again. I'm seeing new growth on stuff. But yeah, they definitely went backwards for a while. So hopefully, I again need to trim a few dead pictures off on stuff. But they're starting to look okay. Some Cephalotus we're moving into. So this is my little Helium Forest section right now. There's some smaller size stuff there. Heterodoxa, Heterodoxa Newtons, Tatii. A few decent orchids in bloom. These are Cephalotus. Now we're kind of into the Cephalotus area. And they're doing okay. They've all been repotted. And Cephalotus, I think repotting in the summertime sucks. You need to do it when it's a bit cooler. So they took a bit of a hit. They're starting to come back now with some new growth and stuff like that. And starting to look fairly good. Underneath here, which has a shade cloth up, I'm not sure that it needs it for now, is more Nepenthes down here. A bit more sphagnum moss. More Nepenthes. Let's see what's over here. Tuck up the shade cloth. This is a pretty cool one. So this is Robcantlii, Sibuensis ventricosa. Big meaty plant. They're the same. This one here is Ventricosa Robcantlii. And this interesting one here, that's going to be kind of cool. That one was Petiolata Vicii. These guys here are Ventricosa Hamada. And yeah, so that's the sections of the greenhouse. I turned off the fans for filming. One of my hydrofoggers died down here, so I got this other one. I'm not sure if it's as good or not. The pan sucked on it. It's over there. The pan and the float valve sucked, so I had to use my old hydrofogger pan for it while I order a new float valve that's not the generic one that it comes with. What else? The heaters are going, so we have 10,000 watts of heat, two 5,000 watt heaters. And that's going to be the sort of primary heat source, and then if I need it, the propane one down there also. So yeah, I got the heat worked out. Really I just got to work out water. So right now I'm using a hose coming out, but there's no water in here. So I'm experimenting with rainwater and stuff like that. That's what that big jug is down there. Kind of is bloating at the sides because it's not meant to hold water. But yeah, I'm just sort of doing some experimenting with that. Go down here for some more Nepenthes. This is a Berkey. This looks awesome. This guy here, I always forget the name. I have to follow it up. Can't find the tag. I think it starts with a D. But I'll butcher it if I just try to like make it up. Look at this. That's a nice black one. But yeah, that's like Spatulata Hamada. Yeah, it is. That's nice. A few more flavas down here. Wavy Maxima's in there. I like the Wavy Maxima because it has no color in the picture. This one here is turning into a nice hybrid. That was Rigidifolia cross Spectabilis. That was supposed to be pure Rigidifolia back in the day. Singulana. But yeah, so far, you know, the first 2 seasons I've been here, spring and summer, have been very good. I did have to get behind that fan there. I put an air conditioner in, just the old one from the old greenhouse, and it did help. Venting fan here when needed. That vent is closed off right now because it's kind of a cloudy day. Again, when needed. Misting system. Freaking pine needles from outside when the vent is open. Misting system goes across the entire length of the greenhouse. Again, when needed. Getting a few lights going on here. So, looks bright over there right now. But yeah. And the shade cloth, it just kind of rolls from that side to this side in sections as I need it. And the Nepenthes, you know, they don't take very much light. Their light is very easily met, their light requirements. So they're going to stay shaded for at least the foreseeable few weeks, and until I really notice a drop in light levels. But when it's sunny out and the sun's supposed to come back in the next day or so, it's hot in here. Vents go, air conditioner goes, misting goes, foggers go nonstop. And yeah, so it's good. I'm not used to this much light this time of year. We're in a really bright spot compared to the old greenhouse. So anyways, there is a greenhouse tour for you. Forgot some of the bigger utricularia. Again, they took a hit. It was like so hot in here. But I have space to like repot. Like this is my, what do they call that? Cornuta? The great big utricularia. So anyways, I see lots of new growth coming on it. Some of these ones have died kind of right back. I don't know what's up with that. It's hard to see what's going on in utricularia. Here's a Berkey Hamada. This is one of my favorites. Look at that. It's a black peristome on there. Anyways, hope you liked this video. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure you subscribe to my channel. And as always, thanks for watching. Bye, guys.